right, and we're back. This is episode 155 of the Taproom Podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. Got a good one this week with Harrison McCabe of Salty Bear Brewing out in Costa Mesa. Man, it was such a fun one. I got to meet, and I know I've talked about it before, but I got to meet Harrison actually at one of the car shows that I was going at to hang out with Dario when we all had lunch and some beers over at Windsor Browns over there. And man, it was just such a good dude, and it was really fun, being able to talk to him, and felt like we talked about a little bit. Obviously, we talked a ton about his journey, because he's the head brewer at Salty Bear, but he also does work at Beachwood as well. He brews at Beachwood, so it was cool. We didn't get into Beachwood or anything like that. But we'll save that for another episode. But we got to just to hear about his journey in craft beer, and how he got started, and then getting started at Salty Bear, and building up everything over there as well. And it was just, and Salty Bear's been around for 7 years, I think. I think it was something like that. I want to say it was right around 7 years, I say. But yeah, it was great. We got to talk about beer. We talked Lord of the Rings for a little while, talked a little video games too. So it was, me. I got to nerd out for a little while. That was always fun. But yeah, it was great. Man, I don't want to get too far into it. I hope you guys enjoy the interview when that pops up. But before we jump into all that, Indiana won the Natty. They pulled it out, man. Miami played them a lot better than I thought they would. It was just kind of their offense. Miami's offense just isn't it's just not great. And obviously Indiana has a phenomenal defense. And, the pick at the end and stuff like that. I was happy for Fernando. He's definitely going to be a Raider. They got to, man, if I were them, though, you got to sit the kid for a year. Sit the kid for a year, draft offensive linemen, and, just let him learn the offense. And, whoever you hire as a head coach, make sure you hire a hell of an offensive coordinator and just let him sit. Don't let him play. You do not want to rush him in a system. He's going to get the shit beat out of him if you do that. Let him sit. Then, it's worked. For teams that they've done that with, it's worked. So maybe try that. So yeah, definitely got to do that. Hopefully. Let's see what else we got. The NFC championships are today. It's the Broncos and the Patriots. With Jarrett Stidham, I just don't see them beating the Patriots. But crazier things have happened. So you never know. And then we got the Rams and the Seahawks. It's going to be, I think it's just going to be a hell of a game. I feel like Seattle's riding some momentum. So, but I don't know. I really think the Rams could win it too. I feel like both teams, there's no real, I don't think it's leaning any one way. If I was going to maybe give a slight edge, like I said, to Seattle. But yeah, I just don't see it. I don't know, I could see either team winning is what I'm trying to say. It's 6:47 in the morning, so don't judge me. All right, let's see what else we got. So, looking forward to the Super Bowl. Speaking of that, I am going to be out in Phoenix. First I'll be in Georgia. I leave next Sunday morning. Leaving out to Georgia. I'm going to try to record out there. I know I only have a few days while I'm there, but I'm going to try. Maybe one of the nights if I can. There's a brewery out there that I found called Six Bridges. So even if I can't record with them, I'd love to go out there, and have some beers, and then maybe even do something remote and get some shots of the brewery, stuff like that. So yeah, and then I will be out in Phoenix where I will be recording at Homeland. I'm also trying to get Simple Machine to jump on board and hopefully record with me as well. I want to try to get 2 while I'm out there. And then this coming week, I will be recording with the Hop In We're Drinking podcast with, Nick and Joe. That should be good. And then it happened yesterday. Got to record at Bottle Logic with Jasper. Man, it was like a kid in a candy store. It was so fun. And hearing his story, and, that's why I always say, the destination's the same, but the journey to get there is different. And, it's just so true in this industry. And Jasper was just, no exception. It was a great, great story. And I'm honestly so stoked for everyone to hear it. That'll be out in a couple weeks. But yeah, I'm just I told him, yesterday, because we were talking off air, afterwards as well for a little bit. And I told him on air too. I was like, man, just so you know, I want you to know, I'm truly grateful, but I was really that was Bottle Logic was a brewery that I've always wanted. And it was say from the beginning. And I know you guys heard that on here. So it was everything I wanted it to be. So it was great. So yeah, what else we got this week? So now that'll be out in 2 weeks. What else we got? I think that's about it. Hockey's pretty much left. I mean, there's a basketball, but I just don't watch basketball as often. So yeah, before we jump into the episode, if you've ever thought about starting your own show or starting your own podcast or anything like that, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Podbean. I use them. They're my platform that they use like to host the Taproom Podcast, and then also they distribute for me as well. So if you've ever thought about starting your own show or anything like that, Podbean makes it super easy, like with hosting, analytics, and like also they give you all the tools to grow your audience. Plus, listeners of the Taproom get 1 month free when you sign up using our link. It's podbean.com/taproompod. That's podbean.com/taproompod. And you can check that out, support the show if you ever thought about doing something like that. All right. Well, it's time to jump in the episode with Harrison. Hope you guys enjoy that and stay tuned for the outro. Cheers. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike, and I have a very special guest on the show today. I have Harrison McCabe out here at Salty Bear Brewing in Costa Mesa. What's up, brother?
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Pretty good. We're having we both having the West Coast?
Both having West Coast.
Love it. And it's called Hug Me. Yeah, the Hug Me West Coast IPA coming in at 6.5.
Yep.
Love it. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good stuff.
A little more bitter, a little more piney,
Oh, yeah.
sort of sappy, sticky than modern West Coast IPAs right now.
Oh, yeah.
I like to, throw it back to pay homage to some of those early IPAs occasionally.
Oh, yeah. I love it, dude. I love the danky stuff,
Yeah. It's just hard to find these days.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's so fruity and light and which is good, but sometimes I miss just like a classic, what I know is West Coast IPA.
Oh, yeah. And it's great when you can do stuff like that, because it's like you said, sometimes it is like super, like every brewery has like 5 hazies on the menu or stuff like that, which is fine. But I love something like this.
Yeah.
So good. So, man, tell me, how'd you get started in craft beer?
Craft beer. So I think my very first brewing experience was Brew Bakers at Huntington Beach, actually.
Okay.
And I can't remember the year. It was maybe 2011 or 2012. So that was my first batch of beer I ever made. And that was kind of like in the beginning of me discovering craft beer. So that I started homebrewing like a few years later, I think maybe 2 years later, while I was going to school at Cal State Fullerton. I was studying branding and like marketing. And funny enough, like one of my classmates was also into craft beer, and we were homebrewing together through college, and he kind of went into marketing and I went into like beer production.
Yeah.
So through homebrewing, like a lot of people, my favorite homebrew style is probably English mild.
Ooh.
I brewed a lot of that, a lot of like Anchor Steam type beer.
Okay.
My very first one was West Coast IPA. It was like a Stone IPA clone.
Yeah.
To me, it was really good, but I'm sure it was clunkier, overly bitter, like chalky beer or something. But I was proud of it. And then I worked a little bit at Tussin Brewing Company with Jared.
Love Jared.
Jared's great, man.
He's a
awesome.
great guy.
I went to Beach City Brewing, and then when that kind of was like closing down and Beachwood took over, I went to Beachwood, and then I got to brew there and do that, and then I'm here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I mean, and you said you were working at Windsor, but you were telling me off air, but like you were working at Windsor at one point?
I wasn't working at Windsor.
Oh, okay.
I'm just there all the time.
Oh, okay.
It's just my local bar. Yeah. Might as well work there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I made great beers, and I had never been to Windsor Browns before we went that one time with Dario. But man, they have, obviously the beer's always amazing, but great sandwiches.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Like shockingly good.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really into like vegetable sandwiches, and they blew me away. I was like, I try to go through the whole menu.
Oh, yeah.
They do a really good job.
Yeah, I think I had like the spicy pastrami with like the ghost pepper aioli or whatever it was. It was so bomb.
Man, spicy food for me is like tough. Like I can't do it most of the time. Like I'm in for it if I go for spicy food, but occasionally I'll suck it up and I'll have one and pay the price later. But so good.
There it is, man. So tell me, bro, like, because I'm always curious, like there's breweries and like, or brewers, like maybe throughout your journey or even prior to even working in the industry where like that maybe influenced you or like along the way.
Sure. I would say Firestone Walker is probably the brewery specifically that inspired how I brew and like what I drink. I know Firestone DBA is like actually one of my like desert island beers.
Okay.
I really just love that like oak presence in that beer. And just in general, their balance and drinkability across their portfolio.
Yeah.
All the beers are like crisp, dry, and like lighter side, like enough hop character to keep it interesting, but also just not oversaturating on your palate. They're innovative, like they're consistent. I think the consistency is the biggest thing that I appreciate in their beers. So from like a brewing standpoint, I would definitely say Firestone Walker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. So Salty Bear, how long have they been around? Or how long has the brand been?
It'll be 7 years in June, I believe.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I could be off by a year, but I think it's 7.
Okay. That's cool because it's like, I mean, that's an accomplishment in the industry, especially the way it is now. I mean, it's been in a bit of a lull.
Sure.
But I mean, there's ebbs and flows in every industry. But I think that's awesome that they've been here for this long. And I love all the decor and even all the camp, like the camp stuff that's outside.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space. I mean, it's definitely visually pleasing and like well thought out. And I think that's like the space is like what the heart of the brewery is really.
Yeah.
Like the beer is like secondary to that like environment that is provided here.
I love that. And like I was curious, just like the story behind Salty Bear, like how did it all come?
Yeah, it's like it is kind of unnamed. So Salty is like just because the ocean is nearby, and Bear for the California state flag.
Okay,
so that's where the name comes from.
All right.
It's like a very community like centric driven sort of brewery in terms of naming and like just what we're trying to show here, I guess.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Like I said, it's great, great stuff. I've had the beer. I mean, I've been down once to have the beer, and I was like, man, I got to get somebody on here. And then it just so happened that we met each other that day with Dario.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't get out much too, so it was fortuitous to run into you. It's great.
Yeah, and when I texted Dario the other day, I was like, hey, man, I was like, would you mind like putting in a word for me, or like if you'd want to do it? And he was like, yeah. So he just sent me your number. I was like, all right, let's see where this goes.
Yeah, Dario's the best, man. I mean, Dario's great, and he's a character for sure.
Oh yeah,
but he's great. I like that. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, me too, man. I'm always curious too, because some breweries they'll identify like old beer style, for example, like they're known for their lagers.
Sure.
Do you feel like Salty Bear has a specific style that they like to push like more than maybe others or anything like that?
I don't think in terms of beer styles anything is off limits. Like we're not trying to be a lager brewery or IPA brewery.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, whatever we want to make and whatever the people that come in here enjoy, I think is kind of like we are customer centric.
Yeah.
We pay attention to like what people like, what moves and what doesn't move. And, we saw a lot of hazy, a lot of West Coast IPA, a lot of seltzer. So those are sort of like the core styles that we try to always have on. And then everything else is kind of what we want to drink and what we want to share with our customer. So we do like an Egger Steam style beer, and we do a lot of lagers. We'll do Oktoberfest. We've got dry stout on right now.
Okay.
We kind of change it up. Like we'll do like some classic like brew pub style beers. Like we've done blueberry wheat.
Okay.
We do strawberry blonde.
Nice.
We'll probably do like a lemon wheat this summer.
Ooh.
Like Leinenkugel's style.
Yeah.
So nothing's like off limits or like nothing is like off the table.
I love that because then you can be creative, and you can kind of. That's why I love it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, production breweries are cool too, but I love the brew pub style where you can just kind of like, you can make a one-off and then maybe it hits and it'll stick around and becomes a core or who knows down the road. Yeah.
It's like, it's hard sometimes too, like to get enough feedback with just one batch. So, like one year we did a wit beer and it like did great. And we did it the next year. It didn't do so great. So we're just like, that's weird, but okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes like we just have a lot of options on, like, I think we have like 16 taps and, when there's 16 beers on, like sometimes too much choice is bad too.
Yeah.
And like people just go to what they know, they default and they panic order. I mean, I'm just speaking from my experience with menus is like, if there's too much, like I'll just order the thing I know. And
yeah. And because you mentioned like the English style mild, which is fantastic. I mean, I love those beers, but you just rarely see them on menus. But do you have like a go-to kind of style that you like to brew and or drink?
I think it changes. I think English beer right now is coming back to my like favorite thing to drink.
Okay.
Lower ABV, like, on nitro preferably, just like light creamy pints. You can have a couple of them and you're still great. So like, dry stout, that'll be our first one. And then I think I'm going to keep that line just like English style ESB and bitter and stuff going forward.
Yeah.
I think it's like a great style to have around. And like, I think people are going to start seeing more of them around.
Mm-hmm.
People want to drink. They just don't want to be hammered and they want more moderation.
Yeah.
So, if you can have a couple pints with your friends and, safely do what you need to do, I think that's always a good thing.
Yeah. I love the ESB, like you saying ESB, because like most, like, I think it was my buddy Abraham at La Bodega. He would say like he didn't want to put the bitter part on there because people see bitter and they just automatically assume, and it's not a bitter beer.
Yeah, it's tough to like educate your customer and also be like accurate.
Yeah.
So, like you could call some English beers like amber ale, and like people are a little bit more responsive to that.
Mm-hmm.
I know here they like have named beers common ale before.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's like it's like kind of a cool way to describe beer. Just it's common ale.
Yeah.
Or pub ale, like stuff like that. And I think you just have to like build trust with your customers, and they'll be willing to try that new thing you put on, and like they'll start learning like how you describe the beers and like why you call them certain things, and they might find something they really like that they didn't know they liked before.
Yeah. And I love you mentioning the trust part, because that's huge, especially in the industry. And I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough, like where you can, especially like with like, I think along with that goes with beer education, being able to, talk to the customers and tell them, hey, this is what this is, or this style kind of tastes like this, or do you like grapefruit, or you do like, this has grapefruit notes,
right?
Or, piney notes or stuff like that. And if you can build that trust with the community, they're going to come back.
Right.
And they're going to trust you to give them, like, if they want to try something different.
Yeah, absolutely. Like people like to be suggested things they might like.
Yeah.
I think it makes their choice easier. And I think the satisfaction of them drinking something that you suggested that they liked is like a major like building block to that trust that you build with them.
Oh yeah.
And like our regulars, it's easy to like sort of build the trust and stuff because they're here enough. But like sometimes in the summer, it's, there's lines out the door, and like you're trying to be, forward and like helpful to everybody and like do the best you can. And we try to do that as much as possible, because that like every touch point with a customer or potential customer is something they'll remember. Whether it's good or bad, they're going to talk about it, or
and it's word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, I feel like that's doesn't get talked to. I mean, everything's like social media nowadays, right? I mean, I feel like word of mouth is like, if my buddy tells me like this is a great brewery, or like, to go to this place, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Right? I mean, going viral is a thing, and it's more true now than ever to bring people in and, just spread awareness. And like, I think one thing I never took for granted was that people were into craft beer. Like sometimes when you're really busy and like a home brewer comes in and they want to talk about like how you made the beers and like share theirs and stuff, like what if that's all gone one day, and like, no one cares about your beer now, and like what then, like, so making time for like everyone you can, and like trying to, build beer in like a personable way, and like those relationships I think is pretty important, especially now.
Yeah, and especially like, see, we were talking about the customer service part. Like you kind of have to be not bubbly. I don't think that's the right word, but you have to be like, you got to be out there. You got to be customer oriented and be like, yeah, come on, you got to try this or try that, and like stuff like just be really like excited, I guess is maybe the better word to use.
Yeah, just like I think just acknowledging people and like making them feel like you gave them some of your time.
Yeah,
I think at a baseline.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I love it. Do you remember like your first like pro beer that you did?
My first pro beer, I think it was like a version of Pale 31 from Firestone Walker, actually.
Okay.
Like the first one that I did recipe wise, it was sort of based on that, I think. So hoppy pale ale, Centennial, Cascade, Chinook, I think it was. A little bit of crystal malt in there, a little, not too dry, but I think that was like the first thing I brewed myself on a pro system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Did you ever try like did you homebrew before?
Pardon?
Did you homebrew?
I did.
Okay.
I homebrewed probably for 2 or 3 years before stepping into a professional brewery. I would say. Something like that.
And that was like, were you doing like you said the Anchor Steams and stuff like that? Were you trying to, I love the beer. I love Anchor Steam. They RIP.
Yeah, we've brewed every year here, once a year.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we've like, we get a yeast pitch just for it, and like do the best we can and like brew it from memory and taste and like, notes about their beer. It's a weird style because it's not made like anything else, and it's historically really cool because it's California's beer. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a hybridy cool ship fermented thing. Like, it's like a malty German lager kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
It's just a really interesting, cool beer, and like there's nothing else like it. It's distinct and special, and I'm gonna keep it alive every year until
That's
it
great.
comes back. But even then, I still might brew it.
I love it, man. That's awesome. I mean, because like I remember, because I know they were really like they didn't like people putting steam in the name of their beer if they were brewing one
It's
like
trademark.
it.
You know, you kind of have to protect it, otherwise.
Yeah. There was one brewery I went to though. Geez, this was back in like COVID. Me and my buddy road tripped up to Seattle, and we went to Old Stove, and they had a beer called Ricky the Steamboat Lager. It was so good. Yeah,
That's awesome.
but yeah. But I love like those kind of quirky beer names and stuff. And it was wrestling based, so I was like, all right, I'm in.
Awesome.
So some of the beer names we have the Dry January Hazy IPA I see up there. The Hug Me West Coast. Where did the Hug Me come from?
I don't know. So I don't name all the beers. I probably
Okay.
name like maybe 10% of them.
Okay.
The owner Joe definitely names a lot of the beers, and they're always like kind of not last minute, but like time and place, like what's going on around us right now, and it's just stuff like that. So there's a photo booth place across the street called Booth by Bryant, and there's like lines like down the street every single day. It's crazy.
Really?
Like hundreds of people. You're like, what is this place? So we have like Booth Hazy,
Okay.
or just like local names.
Yeah.
There's no like rhyme or reason for them. They're fun and lighthearted, I guess.
Yeah.
Is how I would describe them.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I mean, and like you can incorporate like the local community. I mean, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So I do have this next segment I like to call. It's called the 4-pack.
Okay.
So it's 4 questions. What's one beer that never leaves your fridge because you're always restocking it?
During the fall celebration.
Okay. So such a great beer.
10 Degree from Urban Roots. And then any Wayfinder I can find usually is in my fridge.
Okay.
Currently.
Love it. And if you weren't in beer, what would you be doing?
I made video games before, so maybe that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything I might have played?
Pardon?
Anything I might have played?
Natural Selection.
Okay.
That was the game I mainly worked on. Just did like UI elements for that and stuff, but nothing like big company wise I've worked on.
Okay.
I wasn't in it super long.
All right.
Beer pulled me away.
Yeah, is a big video game guy though? Do you like to play them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool art form. Like the storytelling in them is awesome, and like there's a level of interaction that you can't get from a movie. It makes it unique and kind of special, I think.
Oh yeah, it's immersive.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorites before we'll sidetrack on the 4-pack real quick?
I kind of play all kinds of games. So like anything like story driven, I love playing. Some of like the epic like RPG fantasy games, like The Witcher 3 is a favorite.
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
So good.
And I'll play like small like 2D games too. Like I just think they're all interesting. Like it's an art form, and like for me, any kind of art is interesting to me, whether it's woodworking or whatever else. Like I like things that are made by people.
Yeah.
And video games just happen to be one of those things. So
I love it.
Well, for now, and then robots will make them. But
yeah, I loved like the Uncharted series was probably like Ocarina of Time was my favorite game for a long time, and then Uncharted 4 is like now is my favorite game.
Awesome.
And like Ghosts of Tsushima, or
I actually haven't played those yet.
So
it's on my list.
Yeah, you got to do it. Like when you can carve out some time, because I know you're a busy guy. But
yeah, the end of the year is like I get a little time off. It's like kind of a slower part of the year, and like I always try to like flag a few games that I want to play that are a little bit longer. In scope, just so I can get through them, because like if I start it and I have to step away for a while, like it's hard to come back to it and like remember everything.
Yeah, because then you kind of like forget about the story a little bit.
Yeah, or forget how to play it even. That's also a thing.
Yeah, that happens to me. But like once a year, I'll pick up Uncharted 4 and I'll play it at least once a year, maybe sometimes twice, just because I love those like open, like it feels open world, but it's still like that linear kind of story, and it's visually stunning.
I think both are good. Like too open gets boring. There needs to be a little bit of like guidance and purpose.
Yeah,
I think otherwise you're just kind of lost and floundering a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did you have like a favorite system like growing up?
Probably my PlayStation.
Okay.
Like I remember Metal Gear Solid.
Oh yeah.
Probably one of the best games of all time, like way ahead of its time, and just still pretty amazing just from a storytelling point of view. I mean, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
Espionage movie. Like,
oh yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was always the PlayStation guy. Like, the Nintendo too, but PlayStation. As I got older, it became PlayStation just because of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't beat it. All right, sorry. I got sidetracked there. If you got to collab with any brewery, or the third question, the four pack, if you get to collab with any brewery in the world, who is it and what would you make?
That's a tough one. I mean, I've got to do quite a bit of collabs.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. I think Allagash. I have a love for Belgian beer, and I think in the States, like, they're doing some of the best stuff and just super consistent.
Oh, yeah.
I really look up to them. I don't know, like Sierra Nevada. I mean,
Yeah.
like, they don't do a lot of collabs probably. They don't really. But, there's no company that has grown and like maintained like identity and consistency like they have.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they make some of the best beer in the entire world, and it's in our backyard. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say those.
Yeah, I used to love, I don't know, they might still make it. I just haven't had Sierra Nevada in a long time, but it was the Torpedo.
I think it's still around. I've
Is it?
seen it. There's like versions of it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in tall cans, I think.
All right.
They've got a new Pilsner out that's fantastic.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try
it comes
that.
in these like little 8-ounce cans, which are like really innovative and
Yeah.
kind of like industry like ahead of the curve on that, I think, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. You always, it's funny, like you see kind of like the trends, like, throughout the industry, like what one person, one brewery does it, and then you kind of see it kind of go.
Yeah. I think things are moving like insanely fast right now. Trends are, coming and going quickly. People are trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, yeah.
What to make, how to get it across to the consumer. And like, yeah, it's an interesting time.
Yeah. And like, even like going back from it was like the bombers to the cans, to go into the 4-pack model.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we're probably going to start seeing more like 6-packs now, probably too. And like maybe in the 12-ounce cans. Who knows? But I still love the 4-pack of 16s, you can't go wrong with it.
Nope.
Yeah. Last one in the 4-pack. What's a guilty pleasure you secretly or not so secretly love?
I don't know, man. I like chips a lot.
Okay.
And like some like junk candy too. Like I like Limon Hot Cheetos and a Coke.
Ooh,
It's a great combo. Twix and a Sprite. Kettle salt and vinegar chips and Dr. Pepper.
Ooh,
Those are like my 3 go-to combos for junk food.
Nice.
I don't really have a sweet tooth. I don't crave many sweets ever, or dessert kind of.
Yeah.
But good chocolate chip cookie or a really fresh donut is all right.
Okay. Yeah, dude,
Shout out Oli Boli, the apple fritter when it's fresh, because they fry to order.
Oh,
So it's crispy. It's one of the best donuts ever.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try to make donuts because I actually was thinking about it the other day. It's funny you said that. I think it was like maybe on Wednesday or Thursday night, doom scrolling through YouTube, and a guy showed a recipe for apple fritters, and I was like, I got to do it. Like, I just got to try it. It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. And I love to like a good like maple bar. Yeah, I'll do those sometimes with and I'll sprinkle I'll make bacon and I'll sprinkle bacon on top of it.
Yeah. There used to be a donut shop down the street, and they had a maple bourbon bacon donut, and they'd basically like reduce a whole bottle of like Jack Daniels down to like syrup consistency.
Wow.
And then use that in their glaze.
Dang.
So it was like a little woody, and like it was awesome.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. So that was the end of the 4-pack, but you mentioned like that you've done like so many collabs. Do you have any favorites? That's a loaded question.
Yeah. It's a lot to think about. I don't know. I've liked all of them for different reasons. Like sometimes the people I would say the through line is just the people you get to meet and work with, and like you get to talk to some of the most talented and experienced people in your industry and learn from them and like build friendships. And, there used to be a lot more festivals and like things going on. You got to see them like a bit more often.
Yeah.
And now it's like not as often. So that's what I miss about collabs and, that community sort of.
Yeah.
I can't pick just one, honestly.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can mention a few if you want.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that.
No,
I'm not choosing favorites.
No, it's all good, dude. So we talked a little bit about like the local culture, and we talked about like the booth. Is there anything else that you guys do like to incorporate the local culture into the brewery?
We have live music from local bands and artists.
Oh, okay.
Local food vendors, pop-ups. We have like pop-up shops here sometimes. Some of the people that work here like have their own like businesses and like do pottery or cups and bowls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of talented people in this city that make things. Like there's a pottery shop across the street.
Yeah.
So we try to like take from and bring in like the community to the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. And when it comes to like the creativity part, and we talked a little bit about it, but diving in a little bit deeper when it comes to like the creativity and consistency, because obviously you have to like, you have your core, so you have
Sure.
to make those a lot, but being able to have that creative part of it, I'm sure that's like super gratifying to you.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think I'm not attached to myself coming up with the idea for the
Mhm.
beer. I think it's sometimes more interesting when someone asks you, can you do this?
Yeah.
And you have to figure out how to do it. We had a coconut ube vanilla beer, and
Ooh.
it hasn't something I'd done before.
Yeah.
I've made coconut beers, so like, working through that, or like some like fruited vanilla beer, or like just like or ingredients you haven't worked with before. It challenges you from like a planning perspective, and just how do you practically do something, and then end up with a product that's good.
Yeah.
Because things can go sideways potentially. Like it's like maybe too sour, or like too bitter, and like you have to pick the right base beer, the right yeast potentially, and just kind of working through stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the ube was one thing. It was like powdered ube, and I remember working with it, and then at the end of the day, like there was like blue coming out of my nose, and I thought I was dying for a second. And I just like the ube powder I had like sniffed up in my nose is like coming out blue for like 2 days.
Yeah. You were Googling what
I was like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like, why is my blood blue still?
Yeah. Going in a WebMD and going down that rabbit hole.
I'm not attached to the idea that I came up with it. Like, I
Mhm.
love executing other people's ideas.
Yeah.
Usually if I want to brew something, it's like more of like classic style that I want to drink, like, a dry stout. So
Mhm.
Lovely Day is the
Yeah.
name of that beer.
Okay.
It's a lovely day for a creamy pint.
There it is.
That's
It's a great song too.
So usually I'll pick something that I want to drink.
Yeah.
Instead of like going like super creative or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about the craft beer community?
I mean, just like, I think meeting new people and working with other creative people is my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's always nice to like talk to beer fans and like people that tell you like, oh, they really love that beer. Like, that's cool and gratifying.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think that's like kind of surface level, and like getting to know people is like, the deep like connections that you form like in this industry. Like most of my friends now are probably like industry centric, or like from the industry, which is pretty cool. It has to be that for sure. Like, beer's great. I love it. And like, beer like brings people together. Like you gotta enjoy life and, have fun with, your friends and other people, and talk about beer and talk about life. And it's just, it's that community and friendship aspect of it.
100%, man. I love that, because to me, like getting, even just doing this, being able to meet, some of the people I've met have become some of my really great friends. And like, I wasn't like, expecting that. And there's times where I just go record at a brewery and never hear from them again, which is fine. Like we're just like, I'm just trying to promote their stuff. Right. But like, it's when you get to make that kind of connection. And I feel like that's what like one of the best parts of this industry is being able to, like you said, the friendships that you make, and they're lifelong friends. Like even if you like left the industry, you're still going to be like friends no matter what.
It's just, if you imagine beer without that, it's not really much.
Yeah. And that's what I've always equated this show to, just being able to like sit across from somebody, enjoy a beer, and have a conversation.
Yeah. I mean, there's not that many drinks out there that really like provide like that cultural experience.
Yeah. And
like you don't get a group of friends out and go drink coffee.
Yeah.
Like coffee is more of like a one-on-one sort of like, thing, and beer is groups of people.
Yeah. I know this isn't Friends, the show anyway. But no, it's so like, to me, it's the best industry in the world, because there's there's no like industry out there where they just want to like, they're doing collabs all the time, and like Like if you need, you run out of some Motueka or you run out of whatever type of hop you needed for that day, or you need, malt or anything like that. They're like, hey, yeah, I got some come down.
It's super unique in that aspect. Yeah, collabs don't happen too often in like other industries.
Yeah.
For beverage industries especially.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really see spirit producers collabing.
Mhm.
I mean, there might be some like legal reasons also that I'm
Yeah.
unaware of, but like,
Yeah.
coffee shops, they don't,
Mhm.
I mean, they usually pick one roaster.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it, which is like, okay, I guess. But I always thought that was weird from like,
Yeah.
from my point of view as like being in beer. I was like, why wouldn't you just have all of your local roasters?
Yeah.
If they're like make good product, like I think that'd be like more interesting and cool. But anyway, that's just
No, it's true. I mean, I feel like if there was more of that, like out there, I mean, there'd be the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
I feel like. But next question is a memorable brew day or like a fun brew day story?
I think the ones that like usually the bad brew days are the ones that like stick in your mind more than anything. When
Yeah.
things go wrong. I had a day where someone messed with my mill settings and I
Okay.
mashed in and my malt wasn't crushed.
Oh, no.
That was like a weird experience. That was the first for that. That was not a great day, but I just had to like make some adjustments on the fly and be like, it's still going to taste like beer. And I just need to like
Yeah.
make some tweaks to like my yeast pitch and my hops and stuff. So that was not a bad day, but like I panicked a little bit because I never mashed in with unmilled malt.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
it was making the sound of crushing a little bit. So I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't notice it until like halfway through. I was checking, the mash and I was like, that looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Best brew day? I don't know. They're all kind of like, I'm a very like planned person. So like most brew days, like I don't stress about too much. Like there's a execution plan already in place and you just kind of go through the motions. Like brewing different styles of beer isn't necessarily like too different.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a few tweaks like temperature and whatever, but for the most part, like it's all, you want to be as like disciplined and consistent as possible. So you don't really want to change more than is necessary.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers the question.
No, you're good.
I just went on a tangent, but
No, you're all right.
yeah.
Next one is, what's your hangover cure?
Breakfast burritos, I think.
Okay. You got a go-to breakfast burrito spot?
I don't. Just like a diner breakfast burrito.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
What are you getting in the burrito?
Sausage.
Okay.
I think bacon, it's not my favorite in a breakfast burrito.
Okay.
Sausage for sure. A little salsa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's all you need. So American cheese instead of like shredded cheese.
Oh, really?
Because it gets gooey.
Oh, okay.
It's like a way better.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried
like
that.
Texturally, I don't know. It just like becomes one. I think.
Yeah.
I prefer it.
Dang, yeah. I don't think I've ever. I've never tried it, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before. Like when it comes to American cheese.
Yeah, like my local diner always did it, and I like thought that was normal.
Yeah.
And then I went in other places. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Cheese is
This isn't
not
what I
melted.
ordered.
Yeah. I recommend everyone do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try it. I'm in. Like breakfast burritos for me too. Like I make them all the time.
And the thing is, like my favorite breakfast burrito probably isn't like the best one necessarily. It's like just the one I like.
Yeah. But it's yours. I mean, it's what you like. So, I mean, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next one is Taproom tunes. So what are you listening to? It could be a podcast or like a specific band or just a, genre for that matter.
I don't put music on when I'm brewing usually.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's hard for me to focus. Like I compartmentalize pretty hard.
Yeah.
At work and so I usually am just more focused on what I'm doing than the music kind of like distracts me.
All right.
Kind of weird, but
no, that's the thing. Everybody's,
and if it is on because the staff's listening to it, like I'm not really hearing it, I guess.
Okay. When you're just in the car, what are you listening to?
Right now, Caroline Polachek, and Circus Survive.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think what genre are they?
Caroline Polachek's like pop music and Circus Survive is just like contemporary indie rock, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like it. For me, it's always like 90s alt rock. It's usually what it is in my car. Or some country. I love country too.
Yeah. I don't know. It changes every 6 months or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like it. Next one's called The Six Pack. This is more rapid fire.
All right.
So
I'll be quick.
Lager or IPA?
Lager.
Okay. Hazy or West Coast?
West Coast.
Okay. Music or sports at a brewery?
Music.
Okay. Favorite brewery outside of Salty Bear?
Everywhere.
Okay. Favorite drunk food?
Del Taco cheeseburger.
Okay. All right. Love me some Del Taco. If your personality was a beer style, what would it be?
English mild.
Oh, there it is. You seem like a really chill dude. So
Yeah. I had to think about that one, but I think that's apt.
Okay. So I have a few more questions, but
Sure.
before we jump into that, I want to nerd out a little bit with you
Sure.
because we talked about Lord of the Rings
Sure.
before. Obviously, there's the 6 movies. Did you like The Hobbit? Like the 3 movies.
I think watching them now, you appreciate them more.
Yeah. Okay.
I think relative to today's movies, they're still very good.
Yeah, I liked them. Out of each trilogy, which ones? We'll start with the Hobbit trilogy. What was your favorite one?
Mm.
Or if you had to rank them?
The first one.
Okay, same.
I think the first one in both trilogies. Yeah, maybe just because like the Shire is cool.
Oh yeah,
and like the idealism of it.
Mm-hmm.
Simple life.
Oh yeah,
hopeful, just like peak humanity, I guess.
Yeah.
Or we could aspire to be.
Oh yeah. I mean, what we wish we could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I love, and it's because I love that side of it too, like the Shire. That's why I love the extended edition so much because you get to see more of the Shire because you only really get to see like a few minutes of it in the theatrical run.
Yeah.
Before it all goes south. But like, what about the Lord of the Rings trilogy? What's your favorite one? You said that one.
Probably the first one as well.
Okay.
Fellowship.
And yeah, so I love the Fellowship, but I just love the Two Towers. That's probably my favorite. It would be Two Towers, Fellowship, and then Return of the King. Yeah. Return of the King has like 12 endings, I feel like.
Yeah. I think
so good,
like the end, I don't know. Maybe I just don't like the ending of things.
Yeah.
I feel like sticking the landing on a show or a movie trilogy is the hardest part because it's the end. And I think a lot of people have a hard time coming to terms with the end of something.
Yeah.
Like they have to leave you with a feeling. It's like, which is the hard part.
Yeah. And it's like a long running TV show trying to like their series finale. Like it could be one of the best shows ever. And then you get to the finale and you're like, oh, is it because you're disappointed? Like you're saying, is it because you're disappointed because it's ending and that you just weren't feeling it or was it just not a very good finale kind of thing?
It's really tough. Yeah. The endings are always the hardest part.
Yeah. That's it. Is that a song?
Probably.
It sounds like a song. It sounds like something in there. No, but those movies are just fantastic. So you said you're watching it with your wife. That's cool.
Yep.
She's never seen them before.
Seen them.
Yeah.
So we're trying to watch them all back to back. She can only do like one show or one movie at a time.
Okay.
So we just finished Stranger Things. She hadn't seen that either. So we had to rewatch the first couple seasons.
Yeah, okay.
And then watch the final season. And then we're going to do Lord of the Rings. And then we're going to start something else. I don't know what it yet.
All right. How did she like The Hobbit?
She liked it. She's just like, I think all the dwarves confused her. She's like, there's so many, I can't remember their names.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not necessarily super important to the story, but she just like points out like the funny details and stuff. I mean, and then like anytime there's an animal that like gets hurt in a movie, whether it's like fake or real, like she's like a very empathetic person. Like it bothers her. So
okay.
She's like, oh, the little goats. And
yeah.
Yeah. She didn't really care much about the wargs though. She was like, she's like, they're bad anyway.
Yeah. Oh, those movies, I could talk about them ad nauseum.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
They're so good. They're some of the best movies of all time for sure. They hold up. They will hold up.
Yeah, I think it was like Return of the King when they won like 11 Oscars that year in the Academy Awards, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
So good. Like Peter Jackson's,
Yeah. I think movies are like, I'm not jaded by movies because I don't make them, but I try to watch like a variety of movies, like dramas and like
same
stuff that I wouldn't normally watch, even just to like understand why people like it or like why the industry likes those movies. And sometimes I don't relate at all. I'm like, I don't get this movie. Like, maybe it's, I'm ignorant in some regards, like to like the production of movies and like what it takes to make them. But like, I just didn't like it or something.
Yeah. But that's one of the things I love about the Lord of the Rings. Like, well, what I do every year, the day after Thanksgiving, is I'll wake up early. I'll make like a stew, and throw some taters in it, and I'll watch all the extended editions.
Yeah. I think movies used to be made by the people that wanted to watch them, and they weren't made for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a power to that is getting lost where, trying to please everyone doesn't really like serve.
Oh, yeah.
You can't make anything special that way.
Yeah. I miss like the days of like the random comedy that would come out like once a month, or like there'd be a couple, like 2 or 3 comedies coming out every month. And it's like now like they just go straight to streaming, which is fine. But I mean, I love going to the movies.
Yeah.
Like that was like, as a kid, like one of my favorite stories was my dad took me out of school early. He told me, we have to go to the doctor. I was like, oh no, like what's wrong? Do I have to get shots or something? Pulls me out early, and then like we're driving. I was like, my doctor's not over here. He's like, oh no, it's a new doctor. And we pull into the movie theater parking lot, and he took me to see Homeward Bound 2. Yeah. And I was like, for something like that, like I loved, like he knew like I love the movies, and he just wanted me to play hooky one day, and we went.
Nice.
Yeah. So movies always have a special place in my heart. Even like the DVDs and Blu-rays, I don't collect them as much as I used to, but I still have like 800 or 900.
Yeah, I'm actually I want a bunch of movies on like a physical disc because I want to watch them when I want to watch them, and they're not always available. And
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you have to pay for them, and it's like sometimes like I wanted to watch the other day. It was, I don't know if you remember the movie, but it was Gold Diggers: The Secret of Bear Mountain. It was like Christina Ricci and the girl from My Girl.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was. I saw it when I was a kid, and I don't know why it popped in my head the other day. I was like, "Fuck, I want to watch that movie." And I went to look it up on Amazon. It was like $17. I was like, "Really?
It's an old ass movie." Yeah,
I was like, "Really?"
I'll pay $4. That's
yeah, it was like 94, like from like a movie that came out in like 94, 95.
I think like for us, like we're like $20 for like a newish movie. Like occasionally we'll do that. We're like, that's fine. Yeah, but I'm not paying $20 for an old movie.
Oh yeah,
I'd rather just buy it somehow.
Yeah. That's the first thing I did was just.
I don't even have like an actual disc player right now too, and I'm like, I probably should get one, but they're so expensive now.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like they used to be like $100 for like a Blu-ray player, now they're like $600. Like they don't even make like the low end ones anymore.
Yeah, I just use my PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't have any consoles right now, so I have zero way to play any discs.
Oh dang,
I'll get one eventually.
Yeah,
it's not high on my list right now.
Okay,
but we'll get there.
There it is. Are you like a Star Wars guy?
I like it. I mean, I don't know like too much about like the deep lore of Star Wars or anything.
No, you're good. I was just curious.
I think it's like, it's an adventurous movie in terms of what's possible in movies. That it came out way before its time and did well, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Like it gave the industry courage to try things.
Mm-hmm.
So historically, like it's a super important trilogy. Or several trilogies, I guess. The last ones were definitely a modern version of things. I thought the first one was a good starting point, and then it just kind of like
fell off. Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted it to be so good, but
I think,
it was just,
I know. I try to leave everything in like, I want to like everything. And like, it doesn't necessarily have to turn out how I want it. I think people were like very protective of like their idea of something. And like, you have to be okay with things happening in shows and movies that like you don't agree with. Like maybe you shouldn't even think about it like that. Like, did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's why you watch movies anyway. Like if you don't enjoy it, don't watch it. Like you don't need to like critique it or like, you like pick through the frames of a show and they're like, oh, this logo is in an 80s movie that shouldn't be there. And I'm like, that's not the point of the show or the story or like why you're watching this. Like it's like silly nonsense like that. It can happen in beer too. Like there's always people that come in, they're like, oh, I don't like this hop or whatever. And
it's like, okay.
I actually like there are some hops that like I have aversion to and like I can tell they're in there, like, Sriracha Ace. I can pick out Mosaic pretty readily in most beers.
Yeah.
That's the only hop, which is weird. For some reason, I can detect that one specifically. But otherwise, it's like, I know this is New Zealand or American hops generally. But beyond that, like, I'm not picking out like specific hops. Like, it's pretty tough to do that.
Yeah. Do you have like, because I know like Crush is, I feel like, Crush was like the trend for a while now. Do you have any like favorite hops? Like, I know you said you like Mosaic, but
Centennial.
Okay.
Some of the New Zealand ones I like are Peacherine, Nectaron. I think Citra is pretty classic.
Mm-hmm.
Simcoe is definitely top 3. I mean, I like old school West Coast IPA. Like, I want the bitter piney more than I want the fruity stuff.
Yeah.
I think Mosaic is a good like middle ground.
I love Mosaic, yeah.
It's fruity and dank, and it kind of straddles the line. But I think commercially Mosaic is just the best hop. Like, it's intense, and like it straddles like old school and new school, and it's just generally like a good crop, and like every year there's good Mosaic out there.
Yeah.
I think Citra is pretty cool, but on its own, it's a little lackluster for me. But even then, like, hop selection's crazy, man. Like, hops grown on the same farms and different like plots of land are like different.
Yeah.
Or
Well, it's
when they're
wild, right?
harvested, you can get really meta about hops, and like, and it's pretty cool. Like, you can deep dive into hops, and like the best breweries that make the best IPA, they're nerding out over hops and like using really specific lots and stuff. And like, it shows. Like, it's that last like 10%. Like a lot of people can get like 80% of the way.
Yeah.
But like, if you're not getting really good hops, that last like 15%, you're not going to get there without getting like really good products. Like, no process will fix bad hops or like okay hops.
Yeah. It's wild that, like you mentioned, like you can have it on just 2 different farms, right? They've grown the same hop, but you get those different flavor profiles. But like growing one in California, one, somewhere up in Washington, depending on the rainfall, depending on where, where you're at. Yeah, you're going to get it's because of the soil. It's going to be, it's going to taste it.
Sunlight, when they're harvested.
Yeah.
Moonlight affects it. Like, the cones open up in a weird way. It's, it's real meta, man. It's crazy. Yeah. There's only so much time, but I like learning about hops and like deep diving in like hop breeding and stuff would be like super interesting for me to like be part of a process of developing a new like commercial variety. It would be super interesting because it's got to be agriculturally viable, but also have flavor profiles that people will like. So it's like a tough thing.
Yeah.
And then you have to brand it too, right? Like, it's got to have a name that's catchy enough to put on a can. But I kind of feel like that's not most beer drinkers now. Like, people aren't freaking out over the hop varieties in it. It's like, is it an IPA? Is it fruity? Or is it good? And like, a lot of people here don't even order by name. They just order West Coast or hazy.
Yeah.
And then usually the hazies like are 2 different profiles. Like, we'll have a New Zealand and then an American hop one. So slightly different profiles.
Yeah.
Kind of like have a choice for people. Otherwise, they kind of all like end up tasting pretty similar.
Yeah. One thing, I love single hop beers. You just don't see them very often.
No, we try to do them here pretty often.
Oh, do you? Okay.
We also do a West Coast blonde, which is just a blonde ale dry hopped with 1 hop.
Yeah.
So you only get dry hop expression, which is really interesting. And it kind of works out for our customer here who drinks mostly blonde ale.
Yeah.
Blonde ale with a little bit of hops, like it introduces them into hops in a way they hadn't had before. And it kind of like bridges that IPA gap a little bit.
Yeah.
So when I first got here, like IPA didn't sell at all hardly. And now it's like catching up to everything. Like, it's
that's awesome.
Equal to hazy. So I think, again, building like trust and like building those bridges with beers we make is pretty interesting to see.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten like dabbled in like the hop extracts and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. I think they're cool tools, and the really good brewers will use them in a really cool way. And people that aren't super knowledgeable, like, will use them as crutches. But I like that they exist and it's available. The biggest difference is like the texture of beer changes when you don't use hops.
Yeah.
Usually texture is the first thing I notice about a beer before. I mean, obviously aroma, but the texture comes before flavor for me. I think a beer that's like way more drinkable and like finishes nice on the palate is preferable to like just getting smashed in the face with whatever flavor or hop. So I think balancing texture with those kind of products is like kind of the challenge. If you want to like deep dive into nerdy beer stuff.
Oh no, you're good, man.
Like hop oils and that like palate saturation kind of change when you use like terpenes or hop flavor extracts or whatever.
Yeah. And what I think you hit it like right on the head, because I feel like it should just like accentuate the beer or complement the beer. It doesn't need to be like the base, right?
Yeah.
And like, so I love like fresh hop beers. Like, I mean, you don't, those, like, I feel like you don't see those as often because I know they can go bad.
They're
pretty
so
quick.
hard to make, man. Like, yeah. you have to use so much, and like, I don't know. It's some of them turn out great, and other ones like it just maybe you didn't do anything wrong. It just I don't know, too much water in the hops or something. Like,
Yeah.
those are tough. They're just tough from every like aspect. Like planning it out to like they basically have to fly them down like day of or like
Yeah.
super quick. So now it's a logistical challenge. Like, you start brewing at 5 p.m. that day because they just flew the hops in.
Yeah.
And what is it? You finish like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And on like a Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, do I go to work Friday or like,
Yeah.
it's
Do I get to
you don't
sleep?
do it because you like it's pragmatic. You do it because you love beer and you want to try it. So I think it's cool that people still make these and go through all of that effort to do that. Like it's not efficient at all.
Yeah. Well, one thing I love, man, that's why I love talking to brewers so much because they're always like open to a challenge. Like they're always striving for more. They're always striving to make things better. And like it's just like that motivates me. Like it makes me feel like, man, I gotta make this episode better than the next one and stuff like that.
Like one of the things I love is like, if you think about it, like more or less everyone has access to the same ingredients.
Yeah.
And the like difference in quality and just beers is vast.
Yeah.
Like, there's like the exception being like, some people get like really good lots of hops because they built those relationships and they know what they're looking for. But for the most part, like everyone has the same access to everything.
Yeah.
And, it's crazy how different beers are.
Oh yeah. That's what makes this industry so great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Sorry, I know I went off on a little thing there.
Okay.
You get to have one pint with any historical figure. Who's sitting at the bar with you?
I don't know. I mean, I think Tolkien would be interesting. I think
that would be awesome.
Just someone that's so thoughtful and imaginative would be an interesting person to talk with. Like, a philosopher would be interesting as well. But I think Tolkien, from just like, from an optimistic, hopeful standpoint, would just be inspiring to sit with.
Yeah. And talk to him in one of his made up languages.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who makes up languages? That's insane. Not just writes a story, like multiple languages for stories.
Oh yeah.
Like that's pretty serious.
Dude, that's awesome. I love it.
The attention to craft and detail is just beyond, in any kind of creative, venture like that. Attention to detail like makes the difference.
Yeah.
It's that like getting from that 90% closer to that 100, like that first 90%, and a lot of people can do it. It's like that last 10 or 9, that's where like the experts and the masters kind of fill in.
Yeah. And that's the hard stuff. And a lot of times people don't want to deal with the hard stuff. And you got to. Yeah. Did you ever watch Tolkien, the movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie. So good. And when I took a Friday off work, and sat in the theater by myself, like at like the 9 a.m. showing or whatever it was. It was great.
Yeah, dude, solo movies are great.
Yeah.
I've done that multiple times. Like after work, my wife's still at work. I'm like, I got time.
Yeah. Go watch a movie.
Well. Yeah.
Love it. Next one is your Mount Rushmore of breweries.
Breweries?
Yeah.
How many are on Mount?
4.
4? Oh, God.
I know, it's tough.
Sierra Nevada, easily.
Okay.
I'm putting Russian River on there.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be, I feel like.
Cantillon.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The 4th one's tough.
Yeah.
I could be here for a few minutes thinking about this one.
I
think like, I'm trying to put people on there that like are innovative and consistent and like have developed craft beer for, what it's become and what it is. And that last one's tough. I mean, I think, I pick Cantillon because the quality of beer they make and like enduring and create like being part of like a beer style to keep it alive.
Yeah.
Like tradition. I don't know. I want to pick like a German brewery, but like, I don't know. I can't just put German beer.
Yeah. I mean,
there, but
yeah, it's all good. Well, Hofbrau.
Yeah. Hofbrau.
Yeah.
Spawn. Yeah. I mean, all this stuff's great.
Yeah.
But in terms of American breweries, I think, Sierra Nevada is like definitely the peak.
Love it.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with it. Next one is, if you could bring something back from when you were a kid that's not around anymore, what would it be?
I don't know, man.
I'll tell you, mine was Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
I remember. I definitely have Blockbuster memories. I don't know. Maybe like Bullwinkles. I don't know. It's
Okay.
like a really specific reference.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of have those now. It was like an arcade. There's like bumper boats, miniature golf,
Yeah.
like like family fun center kind of
Yeah.
things where like there's things for adults and kids to do, and like anyone could go. Like it didn't cost like a ton of money, or
Yeah.
it was just like family centric and kid centric. So maybe that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. Nothing wrong with it. Last question is, if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Humility, maybe. I don't know. Humble.
Yeah. It's a great quality. Not a lot of people are,
I hope I am.
It seems like you are. I mean, definitely.
Like, I feel like I don't take things for granted, and, things can be disappointing, and like you just, you appreciate the good things that happen and like the luck that you receive or make, and, you want to wish the best for everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel generally.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's like just pay it forward.
Yeah.
That's
Leave things better than you found them, whether it's an interaction with someone or your work, like maybe things don't work out, but don't leave it worse off, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I quote Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World all the time. And I say it with the season finale, he says, do good. And I think Topanga's like, or someone says, don't you mean do well? And he's like, no, do good.
Yeah.
Like, do good out there. And yeah, I would say like if there was more people doing good out there, we'd be a lot better off.
Yeah. I think it's tough. Like, I think self-awareness is like a hard thing to tackle. I mean,
yeah,
you won't always like, things you see about yourself, but like just having the self-awareness to know what that is and like try to want to do better is what I strive to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully other people, also try to do that.
Yeah.
But
man, I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been
it's
super
time
fun.
for another pint. We got some empty glasses here.
Yeah, let's grab another beer. But before we finish up, again, thank you. This is a blast. Shout out to Dario. And come down. It's off of Randolph. Yeah.
And Bristol.
Randolph and Bristol over here at Salty Bear, man. You got to come down and definitely try the Hug Me. I'm probably going to do one more of those and maybe do a tester or something, maybe just half pour or something else because it is only 9:48 in the morning.
It's early.
It's at 5 o'clock somewhere. But yeah, man, thank you again. I'm super appreciative you let me come down here and hang out with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I had a blast. Harrison was such a good dude. So just talking to you, Harrison, man, I just want to say thank you, bro. Thanks for being on. And shout out to Dario. Thanks for Dario for kind of like inadvertently setting everything up. When we were at Windsor Browns, I was like, man, I've been wanting to get someone from Salty Bear on. And he's like, right there. I was like, oh shit, there we go. So we made it happen. So shout out to Dario as well. But yeah, it was so fun. Such a fun episode. Such a good time to, great beer, having the West Coast that I had. And I want to say I tried one of like a little bit of everything. And I didn't have a full pour of everything, but I had most of the stuff. But yeah, just a great time. So yeah. Oh, actually, so today I'm recording with my boy Mike Crea. So it's Mike and Mike in the morning. I'm super excited. It's just the 3-year anniversary of the show for next week's episode. So that episode will be next week. Bottle Logic will be the week after that. Then we'll have the hop in we're drinking. Then at some point in there, we're going to do, tentatively scheduled, if you're listening, on the 15th of February. I said tentatively scheduled as of right now, but everything seems like everything's good with Highland Park, with Kevin, which I'm fucking stoked about. I honestly, I've always wanted Highland Park. It's another one like Bottle Logic. It's something I've always wanted, a place I've always wanted to record at. Obviously, I love their beer. And I just want to hear Kev's story. So super excited about that. Like I said, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Nothing gets in the way. But either way, we are planning on making it happen soon, even if it doesn't happen that day. So yeah, that one's planned out. What else we got? Let's see. I think they said might do something in Georgia. We'll see, but definitely Phoenix for sure. And then it's that Super Bowl weekend. So I'm super stoked. We'll see what happens with that. We'll also do I want to do I want to try to get together another roundtable. Just a matter of time. I want to get Sandra, I want to get Luis, and I want to get one more brewer, and we'll probably record something at Level Up or something like that. But yeah, all right, guys. It's Sunday, and I got to get shit ready, and got to take Morgs for a walk because she's got to do her thing. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great week. Oh, also, yesterday I got to go to Mexican Monk. Got to see my boy Ray. It's a good time. I cannot wait for I mean, it's technically, you can go in there and order beer, but the actual brewery side of it, or like the taproom side of it, is what I should say, will be hopefully open in the next couple months once everything's done. But it looks awesome so far. I'm like super stoked. Let's see, and then also stopped at Brown Soul. I had blah 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 blah. What did I have? Damn it, I can't remember. It was good. It was a dark lager. It was a dark lager, but I can't remember what exactly it was, but I loved it. It was great. Okay, now I'm going to shut up. So I hope you guys have a great week. Hope you have a good Sunday. Enjoy some football, drink some craft beer, and don't forget to support local, drink local, and find your beer. Cheers.